we are just about ready to play baseball, East versus West. The Cross Hall rivalry to open up the renovated Kuss Memorial Field.
And our first batter at Kuss Field for the West Bend West Spartans, starting right fielder.
We have
Genesee.
Some history being made here. The first pitch of the new Kuss Field. Logan McManus is east. Will be delivering to Camden Hoyer. And the first at bat goes to Jack Genesee of the Spartans. And the first pitch is the ball. Second offering from McManus goes high. Genesee comes in today batting .233. For the Suns. Count goes 3-0 on the first batter, Jack Genesee. Hopefully McManus can settle down here and we get ready to get started. Count now goes 3-1. And delivered to the outside corner again for strike two. Count goes full on Genesee. McManus has climbed back into the count here. And we have a pop-up. For the game.
Next up for the Spartans, starting first baseman, #1, Riley O'Connell.
Riley O'Connell steps into the batter's box for the Spartans. I'm in the press box here. I have WBBA Secretary Craig Larson with me in here. He's running the scoreboard. Got to give Craig a lot of credit for his great job announcing the pregame festivities today and his large involvement with this project to get it off the ground and so we could be here today playing baseball and broadcasting it with you on West Bend Community Cable. We have a delivery on the pitch inside. Two balls and no strikes to O'Connell. We have a fly ball to right field. Can of corn for Jake Crane of the Suns. Only had to take a handful of steps to make that catch.
Center fielder, #25, Camden Broski.
Camden Broski now at bat for the Spartans. The weather this afternoon was a little sketchy at times. We had a couple of rumbles of thunder as I drove down from Kewaskum. There was a little rain here and there. But it looks like the rain has moved off for now. We've got overcast skies here in downtown West Bend. McManus dealing the 1-0 pitch. Swinging strike from Broski. Among the new things here at Kuss Field, we have an artificial turf infield, which I can speak from experience as athletic director at Kewaskum High School, can be a great saver of games in terms of not having to cancel when you have conditions. Today's rain might not have been enough to cancel anything, but there are times you will get games in the future. Play ball. 2-1 pitch comes in high. McManus delivers. Inside corner. Strike. Broski, a .316 hitter so far this season. Fouls one off to the first base side. It's a natural grass field still here at Carl Kuss Field. So that is not artificial, but that's the least important part when it comes to making sure you get ball games in, making sure that your infield is playable. And with no dirt, you don't have to worry about having those mud sections and having to drive those out. Fly ball to right field. Coming in to make the play is Jake Crane to retire the side for the Suns. Spartans go 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the first. We'll be back on West Bend Community Cable. Okay, the warm-up tosses are complete for Spartan pitcher Tayton Heron.
Let's give a round of applause for West Bend Thunder Youth Baseball team here tonight.
Heron will be throwing to his battery mate, Joey Bauman, the catcher for West, going around the infield for West. First baseman, Riley O'Donnell. Second baseman, Braden Recker. Third baseman, Aaron Young. Shortstop, Mike Kleinhans. Left fielder, Carter Lovey, Camden Broski in center, and Jack Genesee in right field. Leading off for East is Elijah Jenkins. Count goes 1-1 on Jenkins. Up second for East will be Jack Trampy, followed by Mason Rail, then Nolan Garrick, Camden Hoyer, then followed by Jacob Chartier, Blake Twito, Jake Crane, and batting ninth will be Peyton Fountain, the designated hitter. Foul ball brings the count to 2-2.
That paid for itself already.
Heron, a lefty on the mound, getting ready to deliver the 2-2 pitch to Jenkins. Jenkins, one of the scholarship award winners announced earlier tonight. He fouls one off towards his own dugout. Heron winds, he delivers. Strike 3, punch out. So that's the first strikeout at the new renovated Carl Kuss Field. Recorded by pitcher Tayton Heron of West Bend West. Stepping into the box now for the Suns, Jack Trampy, the center fielder. First pitch high and wide. West went 3 up, 3 down with 3 fly balls in the top half of the first. Second offering from Heron also goes wide. Count goes 2-0 to Trampy. Plate. Outside corner for a strike. 2-1 count. Field playing in normal depth. Outfield playing the right-hander to slightly pull. We have a pop-up to the right. First baseman Riley O'Connell drifted foul, then back into fair ground to make the catch on the high pop-up.
Number 16, Mason Rail.
Mason Rail now in the box. Heron delivers. Pitch is fouled off out onto Silverbrook. There are still some things that they're going to be working on here at Carl Kuss Field. The fencing surrounding the facility is not in place to be able to block things off. As I said before, they will be planting the ivy to grow on the outfield fence. Rail fouls one off down the right field line. And there will be some other things too. One thing I've noticed for sure is that this field does have a portable mound, so it can be brought out for the high school baseball game. We did put in base plugs for the lengths of bases to play different ages of baseball on this facility, as well as fast pitch softball. They also talked about the high school lacrosse team possibly playing games in the outfield of this beautiful ballpark. We have a 2-2 delivery in the dirt. Well, I guess I don't know if I can say in the dirt anymore since it's on turf. I know having umpired on turf, as an umpire, you don't really need your brush. You don't have dirt to clean off the plate, just a little black rubber pellets, and those don't cause too much problem. Delivery from Heron is wide, ball 4. Rail gets a base on balls.
Next up for the Suns, starting first baseman, number 13, Nolan Garrett.
Nolan Garrett, first baseman, stepping into the batter's box for the Suns. The Suns have gone back to wearing their traditional pinstripes as they had for so many years. First base runner at the new Carl Kuss Field, Mason Rail of West Bend East with a base on balls. Tayton Heron throws over for a second time to first base. Rail easily back. Heron comes set. Oh, he's got him in a rundown between first and second with a good pickoff move, and he's tagged out by the shortstop, Kleinhans, to retire the side. That'll be a 1-3-6 putout for Mason Rail.
Score is 0.
After one complete inning, West 0, East 0. Camden Hoyer makes his throw down to second base as we're ready for the top of the second in the cross-hall battle of West Bend West and West Bend East in WIA high school baseball. One of the iconic parts of Kuss Field that has remained, well, been changed, but it is still the large block letters on the top and spelling out West Bend. Pop up to the first baseman, Nolan Garrick, for the first out. That was Aaron Young that popped that up. Michael Kleinhans, the shortstop, steps into the box. As I was saying, the large block letters at the top of the press box. A calling card for Carl Kuss Field at Regner Park for decades and decades. I'm glad to see those were able to be implemented into the design of this renovated field. Just beautiful, beautiful facility. Couple balls from McManus. Catcher brought that one back. Kleinhans held off the pitch. Called strike. Count goes 2-1. Or check that, 2-2. Kleinhans fouls one off. Oh, almost hits a moving vehicle going down Silverbrook. One of always the interesting things here when the games are played at Carl Kuss Field is the traffic going by down the first base side, and we almost had a moving target get hit. McManus delivers. Another foul ball. This one stays inside the fences, but down the right field side. McManus pitches from a stretch, not using a windup at all, even with no runners on base. Something he must be comfortable with, and he's done a nice job with it so far today. We're still at a 2-2 count. Mike Kleinhansen still for the Spartans. And he gets hit by a pitch inside. Hits him on the left elbow, and Kleinhans takes first base. Jesus Garola, the designated hitter, is now batting for the Spartans. He's batting for the pitcher, Tayton Herron, in tonight's lineup. First offering is wide for ball one. In talking with WBBA officer Craig Larson here in the press box between innings, there are plans for further development of this facility. Throw over to first, runner back in plenty of time. Lights are one of the things that are going to be added so they can play the night games here, especially when you get the men's baseball in the summer. I know they many times have double headers in the past, so therefore they can do that. Swinging strike on the next offering. Count goes 1-1 to Garola. And they're going to be putting in double bullpens down each side, so there'll be 2 mounds in each bullpen. So they still have a lot of plans for this facility to make it even better. We have a ground ball to short, flips to second, and over to first. We have a 6-4-3 double play to retire the side. That was Chartier to Twito to Garrick for the double play.
West Bend West girls softball, who got their regional game canceled, but they showed up for the game tonight. Come on, round of applause. We got a great announcer too.
So that means no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left for the Spartans. After 1.5, we're still scoreless here from Carl Kuss Memorial Field. Nolan Garrick steps into the box for the Suns here for the bottom of the second, facing Tayton Herron of the Spartans. First pitch is low for a ball. And our first hit at the renovated Carl Kuss Field goes to Nolan Garrick of West Bend East. Catcher Camden Hoyer steps into the box with a runner on first, facing lefty Tayton Herron. Garrick got to lead off the second inning after his teammate Mason Rail was picked off of first base at the end of the previous inning. The lefty, Herron, with a good move, and Rail was running, and they got him caught in a rundown and was eventually taken out by shortstop Mike Kleinhans. Is called by the home plate umpire. Pitch does not count. So we reset again. Hoyer in the box. Throw over to first, not in time. Hoyer batting .377 on the season. Putting together a very nice year for the Suns. Herron deals to the plate, swinging strike. Oh, 1 count. Herron comes set. And he throws over to first. He's got a tough move. I always struggled with lefties and their moves, and Heron has a nice one. It is hard to tell for sure where he is going. Garrick at first was back in plenty of time. I think he's being a little cautious after his teammate getting picked off in the bottom of the first inning. Foul ball. Count goes 1-2 on the Suns catcher. Our beautiful new turf field here in West Bend does have the WBBA logo behind home plate, as they were the instigators, if you want to call it that, the masterminds behind this project to make this happen, along with the city and the school district. Fouled back towards the screen. Count stays 1-2 on Camden Hoyer. One big change I notice in this facility is you do not have that significant opening between the ends of the grandstand and the first and third base dugouts where spectators can sit, but also be in harm's way. Attention. We have a check swing, but his partner in the on the bases and said no swing. Count is 2-2. We still have Garrick on first, Hoyer at the plate, and time is called again. Batter asking for and being granted time as Heron takes his time on the mound. Outfield playing here to pull slightly towards left field. Ball is low. Full count. With no one out here in the bottom of the second inning. A high fastball and a swinging strike for strike number 3 and the first out of the inning.
Next up for the Suns, starting shortstop number 5, Jake Chartier.
Jake Chartier now batting for the Suns. The shortstop comes into this game batting 208. He also has 9 RBIs on the season. Oh, we have a bunt, and it's fouled back towards the screen. The catcher, Joey Bauman, unable to get to it. The ball was too far back, and we have an 0-1 count on the batter. I know traditionally watching East and West play over the years, you see a fair amount of small ball. They like to bunt and move runners in a scoring position. And it's one of the things I've always liked about watching their teams play over the years. And I got to see both teams play last weekend in the Gonring Classic hosted up at Kewaskum High School. And we saw a little bit of that from both teams as well. The next pitch was low for a ball from Heron to Chartier. Count is 1-1 with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Pitch is high. Ball 2. Nolan Garrick is still at first base for the Suns. Heron comes set, comes to the plate, wide for ball 3. Catcher Joey Bauman calls time to go talk to his pitcher. His first baseman, Riley O'Connell, joins him there at the mound. These baseball players have not had too many warm days this season with this Wisconsin spring that we've had. This would probably be one of the more warm ones, plus the fact it's humid with all the area today. And again, hopefully that stays out of the way till well after we are done with this game tonight. We are back in action here. Heron delivers. Foul ball straight back to the screen by Chartier. Three-one count to the Suns shortstop. Foul off towards the Boys and Girls Club across the street. That runs the count to full for Jake Chartier. Swinging strike 3 for out number 2.
Next up for the Suns, starting second baseman, number 8, Blake Plato.
Second baseman Blake Twito stepping into the box now to face Trayton Heron. Heron has 3 strikeouts so far on the night of the 5 outs so far. First pitch to the called strike. Swinging strike on the outside corner. Strike 0-2 count. Garrick still on first. Was there after his single to center field to lead off the inning. The first hit at the newly renovated Kuss Memorial Field here at Regner Park in downtown West Bend. Called strike 3, punch out, sets Twito down, and ends the inning for the Suns.
Score remains 0. Check out that cousin subs to our right. There's no line right
Nothing
now.
across the board for the Suns except for one runner left on base as we finish 2 innings with the game scoreless between the Spartans and the Suns on West Bend Community Cable. And we're back on West Bend Community Cable for the top of the third inning of the cross-hall rivalry of West Bend West and West Bend East. Carter Lovey, the left fielder, leads off the inning for the Spartans. Lovey batting .222 coming into today. Logan McManus has retired all the Spartan batters so far tonight. They had one man reach on a hit by pitch, but he was retired on a double play. So he has faced the minimum 6 batters thus far in today's game. Foul ball over the screen and to our left. Lovey with the 2-1 count on him. McManus again, as I said before, pitching from the stretch. Pitch is high. (3-1) count for Lovey, the left fielder for the Spartans. Foul ball back to the left. Brings the count full. McManus working with a full count. Ground ball to the right side. First baseman Nolan Garrick picks it up, tags the bag for the first out of the inning.
Next up for the Spartans, starting catcher number 3, Joey Bauman.
The catcher Joey Bauman steps into the box to face Logan McManus here in the top of the 3rd inning. During our festivities of the pregame, we had 12 first pitches with various people from the city, the West Bend Baseball Association, a generous donor in Prudence Pickway of Pick Heaters, and I believe it was Mrs. Pickway that made the comment that Carl Kuss Field is back to being the jewel of the crown that is Regner Park for the city of West Bend. I could not agree more. It is such a beautiful park. It is such a treat that the city of West Bend and Washington County has this park, and that Carl Kuss Field is back to being in use for baseball. And it's such a grand facility as it is. And it's only going to get better. We had a called strike. Delivered to Bauman. 1-1 count. Foul ball straight back. As the AD at Kewaskum High School, we have a very similar facility to this with the turf infield, grass outfield. However, we have a block wall behind the home plate, and those foul balls that hit the block can bounce back significantly. They have a nice padded wall here at Carl Kuss Field, which helps minimize some of those ricochets. Ground ball in the hole towards first. First baseman Garrick goes and gets the ball and beats the runner to the bag to record out number 2 of the inning. At first I thought he was going to have to flip it to the pitcher who was covering. McManus was there in plenty of time, but the first baseman, Nolan Garrick, was able to get there easily enough to make the play. Braden Recker, second baseman for the Spartans, takes the first pitch high. The Suns are playing him pretty much straight away. Called strike. Count goes 1-1 on Recker. Pitch goes way wide. Sneaks past the catcher to the backstop. To the Spartan second baseman. I'll give a little plug here to Cousin Subs, Keith Novotny, running his truck on Silverbrook behind the first base dugout to provide eats for our spectators here. We've got a pretty good crowd here in the stands here at Carl Kuss Field. You put all the standing room people in the bleachers, we'd probably have a full house. I believe I saw the
Number 16,
capacity sign reading something like 254. So that's a pretty good crowd we have on hand for a high school baseball game on a night that the weather's been kind of iffy. Recker receives a base on balls. So he's on first base now as we go back to the top of the order for the Suns with Jack Genesee, the right fielder. Called strike as McManus delivers to Genesee. Runner on first base for the Spartans is Recker, who received a base on balls. Pickoff move to first by McManus. Base runner back in plenty of time. Pitch high for a ball. Count goes 1-1. Spartan leadoff hitter Genesee flew out to first base his first time up. He's hitting .233 coming into today. Another pitch high. 3-1 count to the right fielder for West. Delivers. Ball 4. Consecutive walks issued by Logan McManus, the Suns pitcher. Brings up the tool hitter, first baseman Riley O'Connell for the Spartans. 2 outs, runners on first and second. We finally have our first runner in scoring position for tonight's game. The Spartans have yet to record a hit, but they've had 3 base runners. First offering is wide for ball 1. Second baseman decoying the base runner, trying to keep him close to the bag. And we have a ground ball back to the pitcher. McManus runs it most of the way, flips it over to Garrick to retire the side for the Spartans here in the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base for the Spartans. 2.5 innings complete from Carl Kuss Field. We are still on West Bend Community Cable. Enjoying the tunes here between innings at Carl Kuss Field. As we head to the bottom of the third, Jake Crane faced Tayton Heron of the Spartans. Heron has recorded 4 strikeouts so far. Crane, the 8th batter in the lineup for the Suns, swings at a fastball high for strike 1. Crane fouls one straight back into the screen. Count is 0-2 on Jake Crane, the right fielder for the Suns. Tayton Heron comes to the plate. In the dirt. Nice block by the catcher, Joey Bauman. Count is now 1-2. Heron's pitch is low again. Count goes 2-2. Check swing. The ball carried better than I thought it would to right field. Jack Genesee with a juggling catch in right field on that ball to record the first out here in the bottom of the third. That was a tough catch. That ball did not get up very high. That ball carried much further than I thought it was going to when it went off the bat. Peyton Fountain, the designated hitter, steps in for the Suns. Swinging strike, strike 1. One of the things this spring is this field was not quite ready at the start of the high school baseball season, so East and West did play their home games back at their school fields on River Road. So it is fitting that the first game is actually the East-West game. Even though it's late in the season, I guess the old saying, better late than never, definitely applies in this case. And especially the fact that the teams get to face off against each other in the first game here at the newly renovated field. We have a pop-up behind first base, and O'Connell goes back on it very nicely to make a play.
Next up for the Suns, number 14, Elijah Jenkins.
Left fielder Elijah Jenkins comes up for the Suns. So far, Heron has faced 1 over the minimum. A second inning base hit by Nolan Garrick is the only blemish on that record so far. Jenkins fouls one back. Count is 0-1. Next pitch is high. 1 ball, 1 strike to the Suns left fielder. Aaron delivers. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Elijah Jenkins. The pitcher thought he had the corner on that one. Umpire disagreed. It looked to me like the catcher framed it up a little bit, that the pitch was low. So we're at 2-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Ground ball to the left side. Third baseman Rail throws across, and we have a bang play for the out at at first base.
And 3 are complete for 0.
3 innings complete here from Carl Kuss Memorial Field, the renovated Carl Kuss Memorial Field at Regner Park. We're scoreless through 3 innings, West versus East, on West Bend Community Cable. Hoyer makes his throw to second base to complete the warm-up pitches for the top of the 4th inning as a game that's rolling along. Camden Broski, center fielder for the Spartans, leading off the top of the 4th. Last weekend, the school I work at, Kewaskum High School, had the privilege of hosting the inaugural Gondring Classic. It was originally scheduled to be held in West Bend, but the facility was not ready, so we gladly helped host an event that was named after a longtime baseball man in the area, East grad, college and professional player, Doug Gondring. And we have a line drive to shortstop for the first out of the inning. Chartier snags the line drive off the bat of Broski.
Number 12, Aaron Young.
Aaron Young, third baseman, steps in now. Strike 1 on the outside corner. As I was saying, Kewaskum hosted the inaugural Gondring Classic. 5 baseball games over 2 days. A little chilly at times, a couple sprinkles on Friday night, but we got it in, and a very successful event. I'd like to thank Craig Larson, Willie Miller, Doug Gondring, and the rest of the WBBA for offering that to our school to host. And I also like to thank Craig and then John Elke of West Bend Community Cable for allowing me the opportunity to be your play-by-play announcer for today's East-West high school baseball game. An 0-2 count toward batter Aaron Young. McManus deals. Breaking ball crosses the plate high. Count goes 1-2. Inside pitch. Correction, the count is now 3-2. I was off 1. McManus, again pitching from the stretch. Pitches high for ball 4.
Next up for the Spartans, number 11, Mike Kleinhans.
Aaron Young reaches for the first time today on a base on balls. Mike Kleinhunt, the shortstop for the Spartans, steps into the batter's box. Last time at bat, he took a pitch off his left elbow for a hit by pitch to get first base, but then he was retired on a double play. And that double play ended the inning for the second inning for the Spartans. Young on first base, taking his lead. He's got a nice lead. McManus delivers. Pitches wide. Throw over to first, runner back in plenty of time. Kleinhunt's batting 188 coming into today. Called strike. Kleinhunt's with a distinctive orange bat, easy to see on an overcast day like this. Called strike. Strike two to the Spartan shortstop. 2-2 is the count. Two with one away here in the fourth. We have a ball hit to right field. A diving catch by the right fielder. And the base runner Young is doubled off of first base. A diving catch by Jake Crane off the bat of Mike Kleinhunt. Young is doubled off of first base for another double play. Score remains 0-0 after 3.5 innings. West Bend Community Cable back here at Kuss Field. First pitch from Heron to Jack Trampy is a swinging strike. We're at the halfway point of this high school baseball game. 3.5 innings complete, scoreless. Only one player has reached second base to be a threat to score. Trampy takes a ball. The count is now 1 ball, 1 strike. Heron comes inside for ball 2. Strike called on Trampy. Trampy, a .348 hitter, 9 RBIs on the season. Pitch comes in high. Our count goes full. Heron delivers. Trampy fouls it off to our right. Back across Silverbrook. A new ball is put in play. Heron comes home again. Ground ball to the left side. Third baseman with the play. Guns over in plenty of time. Mason Rail to Nolan Garrick to retire the the batter, Trampy.
Next up for the Suns, number 16, Mason Rell.
Mason Rell, in the first inning, reached on a walk, but then was picked off of first base by the lefty, Heron. First pitch is a swinging strike. Mason got confuzzled by that lefty's good move. Oh, pop up down the right field side. That's going to reach out of play. So far, no foul balls off vehicles yet. It's a good thing for the insurance industry, I guess. Especially since West Bend Mutual is one of the sponsors of this facility upgrade here in West Bend. Pitch comes high, 1-2 count now, coming to Mason Rail. He fouls another one off to the right side. Beyond the Cousins sub truck, operated by local philanthropist Keith Novotny. Pitch is wide for ball 2. Another foul ball to the right side. Mason is peppering the foul balls over here consistently. Again, a great crowd here at Kuss Field at Regner Park for the inaugural game on the newly renovated field. Pitch was low and inside. Heron's pitch is high for ball 4.
Next up, number 13, Nolan Garrett.
That's the second base on balls received by Mason Rail tonight. We have one out now with a runner on first. Nolan Garrick, the first baseman, stepping into the batter's box for the Suns. If this was a traditional baseman's playing up on the grass, but obviously we're talking about turf here, so you have the dirt-colored turf and the green grass-colored turf. So I'll just call it the grass. Pickoff move to first. Heron trying to keep the base runner honest. Was not his best move, but just to keep the base runner thinking and knowing that he is keeping a good eye on him there at first base. Garrick fouls one off. Heron has 4 strikeouts so far on the night. They all came in the first 2 innings of tonight's game. Time is called. And we reset everything again. The ball is back live. Heron comes to the plate. A swing and a miss. Strike 3. As soon as I comment about no strikeouts for the last inning, we get a swinging strikeout of Nolan Garrett. The catcher steps to the plate with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Runner on first is Mason Rail. He does not have a big lead over there. And I can't blame him considering the move that Trayton Heron has displayed at times tonight. First pitch is high for ball. Lefty comes set. Pitch is way wide this time. Ball 2. Would like to take a moment to give a positive plug for our umpires tonight. They've done a great job. Not an easy job, and we are desperately short of officials in all sports in high school and youth athletics in the state of Wisconsin, and actually all across the nation. It's a great way for high school and college kids to stay connected to the sport and for parents to also get involved. Check out the WI website at www.wiaawi.org. We had a throw over to first while I was talking there. Runner was back. Swinging strike now by Hoyer. Time is called. Pitcher comes set. Comes to the plate. Outside corner, swing and a miss. By Camden Hoyer. Count now is 2-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning for the West Bend East Suns. Oh, the whole the whole West End field started reacting as if that was called strike 3. Ready to low for ball 3. We have a full count now with 2 outs. The base runner will be moving with the pitch. Defense. Pitch to the plate, foul ball. Back behind us here at Kuss Field. All right, time is back in. We come set again with the full count and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Heron delivers. Another foul ball, this one into the screen by the Suns catcher, Camden Hoyer. There's not many more scenic ballparks than Kuss Memorial Field at Redwood Park. And we're fortunate to have this in Washington County, Wisconsin. Looks like the pitcher may have lost his balance a little bit when he threw that.
Number 5, Jake Chartier.
Jake Chartier now batting for the Suns. We have 2 outs, runners on first and second for the Suns. Well, Coach Bill Schubert of the Suns little numerous foul balls from the first base dugout being thrown back over to the third base dugout as East is the home team for tonight's game. Will Bast enters the game as the courtesy runner for the catcher Hoyer at first base. One of the unique parts of high school baseball with the courtesy runner for pitchers and catchers. And we're back in action. Swinging strike by Chartier. 0-1 count. Runners on first and second with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Our second runner position tonight. This is the first time it's been that case for the Suns. Strike. Count goes 0-2 to the Suns shortstop. Jacob. Foul ball out of play. I might have to make a suggestion to Craig that we get a ballpark organ to make some noise when those foul balls happen. You know, make it a little more like Miller Park. Craig tells me that's coming. That's phase 12. Swinging strike 3, drop third strike, and the Spartans retire the batter at first base.
And that's 4 in the books. Score remains 0.
We are still scoreless here for Kuss Memorial West Bend as we move to the top of the 5th inning. The Spartans here in the top of the 5th inning. Garola, 1-1 count on him now, as Logan McManus enters his 5th inning of pitching. Garola was retired on a 6-4-3 double play his last at bat in the 2nd inning. Count goes 2-1 on the designated hitter for West. That was higher inside, but it's a ball 3 to the batter. West Bend Community Cable is glad to bring you high school baseball, especially this one, the opener for newly renovated Kuss Memorial Field. Garola receives a base on balls. Carter Lovey, the left fielder for the Spartans, left-handed batter, steps in to face the righty, Logan McManus, with a runner on first and no one out. Oh, he pops one up to the left side. Third baseman, shortstop giving chase, and the ball falls into the foul ball down that left field line. It fell into that no man's land between the left fielder and the 2 infielders to bring strike 1 to Carter Lovey. Pitcher wants a new ball. I assume maybe a dry one, because the grass may still be a little damp from the humidity today and the rain we had earlier. Time is back in. McManus comes set with Garola on first base for the Spartans. Pitch is inside for a ball. Count goes 1-1 on the Spartan left fielder, Carter Lovey. Time is called. We do have a few spectators out in left field behind the fence. I remember many spectators out behind the ivy in left field watching ball games over the years here at Regner Park. These ones aren't quite as sneaky. They're just sitting on lawn chairs. I'll just leave it at that. We had to throw to first. Runner was back. McManus comes to the plate. Pitch is wide. Ball 2. 2-1 count to Lovey. The Suns are playing him straight away. Hard ground ball to first. Tag the back. Throw to second. Does not get the runner.
Next up for the Spartans, number 3, Joey Ballman.
Derek made a great play on the ground ball, threw it to, or tagged the bag, and then threw to second base to the shortstop to try to get the tag on Garola heading into second, but he beat the throw, and the throw was a little bit wide. Coach Bill Schubert goes to the mound for a conference with his defense, the entire infield on the mound with him. Runner on second base with 1 out, the first significant scoring threat of the night. As our house PA announcer plays the Jeopardy theme while Bill heads back to the dugout. Joey Bauman, the Spartans catcher, steps in to face McManus. Garola at second base. The delivery. We have a pop-up, a fly ball to shallow center field. Handled easily by Jack Trampy. Runner does not bother tagging up, and we now have 2 away here in the top of the 5th. Braden Recker comes to bat now for West Bend West. On that play before at second base, Garola almost overslid the base. It's one of those things that players will have to get used to when they play here now at Carl Kuss Field. I know that both teams have had the opportunity to play on artificial turf a few times this season, but it's one of those things you still have to get used to because it's easy to go sliding past the bag. You must slide much earlier when you slide on artificial turf. First pitch is a ball to the Spartan second baseman. We have a strike now for a 1-1 count to Braden Recker. Ground ball down the third base line, foul. Both pitchers have been doing a great job today, keeping hitters off balance. While McManus has not struck out a batter, he's done a great job of letting his defense do the work for him with a fair number of fly balls and pop-ups to keep the Spartans at bay. Logan comes set, comes to the plate. Ground ball, hits off the mound, over to the second baseman. Cueto retires the batter at second base. Aaron completes his warm-up pitches here going into the bottom of the 5th inning on West Bend Community Cable. Blake Twito, the second baseman who just made the play at the end of the previous half inning, steps into the batter's box for the Suns. First pitch is low for ball one. Twito struck out looking in his previous at-bat. This next pitch is low. Pitch is outside. 3-1 count to the Suns' second baseman. Ball hit sharply to the shortstop. 2 hops. Kleinhans across the diamond to O'Connell to retire Twito for the first out in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Next up for the Suns, number 21, Jake Crane.
Right fielder Jake Crane comes to bat. He flew out to right field his last at bat. Jake also made a great catch in right field on a hit by Michael Kleinhans back in the 4th inning. Oh, we have a ball hit to right field, hitting back to his counterpart, a fly ball. Jack Genesee makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out when it comes to Jack Crane in that case. His second fly out to right field. Peyton Fountain, the designated hitter for West Bend East. Batting for the pitcher, Logan McManus. Pitches inside. Oh, I'm sorry. Called strike. A few spectators disagreeing with that. I didn't see the punch right away for the strike call, so that was my bad. Breaking ball for strike 2. 0-2 count to the designated hitter, Peyton Fountain. And another one for strike 3. A quick inning of work by Tayton Heron of the Spartans.
Still zeros. Nobody's at the Cousin trailer right now. Perfect time.
Zeros across the board for the Suns in the 5th inning. We are scoreless. Warm-up pitches for the 6th inning completed by Logan McManus. Jack Genesee, who had a putout this last inning, leads off the top of the 6th inning for the West Spartans. The West leadoff hitter has flown out to first base and reached on a base on balls. First pitch is a called strike. Second pitch is wide for ball 1. 1-1 count to the right fielder for the Spartans. Coach Brad Rinfleisch down at third base. Back and forth. Pitch in. Oh, inside strike. 1-2 count. Have not had much need to call the coaches' names tonight. Bill Schubert had one conference at the mound for East. Ground ball to short. Chartier across the diamond to Nolan Garrett for first out of the 6th inning.
The Spartans, number 1, Riley O'Connell.
First baseman Riley O'Connell. The 2-hole hitter for the Spartans. In the 1st inning, he flew out to right field. Breaking ball for a strike. Called strike, 0-1 count. Foul tip for strike 2. Catcher held on to it. McManus gets prepared to give the 0-2 delivery. His catcher Hoyer gives the sign. He comes to the plate. Weak ground ball to third. And he beats it out. The umpire says the first baseman, Garrick, was off the bag. A tough play by Mason Rail as he had to charge that softly hit ball. Bill Schubert coming out to discuss this play with the base umpire. If the call stands, it's an infield single for Riley O'Connell. Base umpire is going to check with his partner from behind the plate. I don't know if Bill is. And the call stands with O'Connell safe at first base. Infield single for Riley O'Connell. That's the first hit of the game for the Spartans. Camden Broski, the center fielder, steps in to face McManus. With one out and a runner on first base. Pickoff move gets him. McManus to Garrick for the pickoff of O'Connell at first base. 2 away now in the top of the 6th inning for the Spartans. Foul tip for a strike. Hoyer held on. Strike 1. Base hit to center. Center fielder. Second hit of the game for the Spartans, but they have 2 outs, the runner on first.
Aaron Young.
Cleanup hitter Aaron Young steps to the plate for West with Broski on first base with 2 outs. McManus has only had 1 man ever reach second base in this game. Excuse me, he had 2 men reach. We have a fly ball to right center field. The right fielder calls it. Jake Crane makes the catch, and the side is retired for the Spartans in the top of the 6th. And we move to the bottom of the 6th inning here at Carl M. Kuss Memorial Field at Regner Park. West Bend Community Cable bringing you high school baseball. The inaugural game here at the renovated field in downtown West Bend. Elijah Jenkins leading off the 6th inning for the Suns, takes ball 1. Fouls one off to the first base side. Count even up at 1 apiece. Both pitchers are throwing some very good ball games here tonight. Delivery high. 1 count. And of course, this game, you can always throw the records out of the window here because it's a rivalry game, and especially in this community when it's a very rich baseball community and it's East versus West. Cross hall rivalry, the kids in school in the same building, unique situation, but they still love their baseball and they do not want to lose to one another. We'll foul ball off the catcher. Count now goes full to the left fielder from West Bend. Drives back to take his place behind the plate after a quick chat with Tayton Heron. He fouls one off towards the Boys and Girls Club. And he will make another full count offering here to Jenkins. Straight through for the first out of the inning. Center fielder Jack Trampy in the box now for the East Suns. Scoreless ball game here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That one fell straight back behind us. Oh, 1 delivery coming from Heron. High and away, ball 1. Ball 2, also high and away, 2-1 count. One thing I've noticed, it's kind of funny to watch players on artificial turf because they still use some of their same mannerisms they do when they play on dirt. Batters will move the dirt around in the batter's box, and pitchers will do the same thing on the mound. It's kind of funny to watch, but there's nothing for them to move. Pitch was a called strike on the outside edge. 2-2 count now, coming to Trampy. Breaking ball, sails wide. On here, we have a full count with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Jack Trampy with a pop up to first and a ground out to third in his 2 at-bats so far tonight. Inside for ball 4. Trampy reaches base for the first time tonight.
Next up for the Suns, number 16, Mason Rell.
Mason Rell, the 3-hole hitter for Brad Rinfleisch going to the mound for the Spartans to have a conference with his defense. Nice round of applause for Tayton Heron, who pitched a whale of a game tonight. The line on Tayton Heron for tonight, 5 1/3 innings pitched, 1 hit, no runs. He did walk 4 and struck out 6. That's a good outing. A very good outing, I would say, for the junior pitcher for West Bend West. I'm sure the pitch count probably came into play here for Coach Brad Rinfleisch and his decision to make the pitching change at this point. Besides the fact the pitcher may have been getting a little fatigued here.
So our new pitcher for the Spartans is number 4, Quinn Zills. And now batting for the Suns, number 16, Mason Rell.
Mason Rell steps into the box now to face the sophomore Quinn Zills with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Trampy is the 5th base runner of the evening for the Suns. No one for either team has really put together a serious threat to score yet tonight. First pitch of the ball. Bell squares to bunt. Pitches high. Runner over slides. Base, as I was talking about earlier, he gets up and tries to go to third and is thrown out. The uniqueness of playing in our turf. 2, 4, 5, I believe, is the put out on that one. 2 outs now. Mason Rell with a 2-0 count. Pitch is high for a 3-0 count. So, replacing Tayton Heron on the mound this inning. 4 straight balls puts Mason Rell on first base.
Next up for the Suns, number 13, Nolan Garrett.
Nolan Garrett steps to the plate. The first baseman for the Suns has had a base hit. He had the first base hit here at the renovated Kuss Memorial Field, and he also struck out in the 4th inning. For a base hit. Garrett, second hit of the night. This time a little flare behind the first and second baseman into short right field. Runners on first and second with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Coach Bill Schubert talking to the home plate umpire. Looks like he's going to be making a substitution. As they look at their lineup cards. When we resume play, the catcher, Camden Hoyer, will be batting for the Suns. Pinch runner, Caleb Shep, sophomore, number 9, pinch running at second base for Mason Rell. Zills gets ready to deliver with 2 outs to the Suns catcher, Hoyer. The umpire signaled him back to the batter's box. Pitches outside for ball 2. 2 ball, no strike count to Camden Hoyer. Hoyer struck out and walked so far tonight. By O'Connell, the first baseman, let it come back fair. Mike Kleinhans to lead off the 7th inning for the Spartans. He reached on a hit by pitch in the 2nd and flew out to right field in the 4th with a great catch made by Jake Crane. First pitch is fouled, just out of play down the first base side. West Bend Community Cable bringing you high school baseball. West Bend West versus West Bend East from Carl Kuss Memorial Field at Regner Park. Hard ground ball to second base, backhanded. Throw from Twite out to Garrett. Retires Kleinhans for the first out of the inning. 4-3 on the putout.
Next up for the Spartans, number 4, Quinn Zills.
Quinn Zills, the pitcher, will bat for himself here in the 7th inning. In place of the designated hitter, Jesus Garola. First time we've had a pitcher bat in tonight's game. McManus pitching to his counterpart is wide on ball 1. Ball must have missed low. Count goes 2-0 on the Spartan pitcher, Quinn Zills. McManus comes set. Base hit up the middle. Shortstop slipped. Wasn't going to matter anyway. Zills straight back up the middle with a base hit.
Next up for the Spartans, number 13, Carter Lovey.
Carter Lovey steps in. He's grounded out to the first baseman twice tonight. giving Nolan Garrick business over there. Pickoff move. Runner is back. We have 2 hits apiece as we're in the top of the 7th here in the East-West battle. Pitch is wide to the left-handed batter. Ball 1. Pitch to the strike, throw to second base. And the runner stealing, Zills is in safely. So runner on second with 1 out here for West Bend West. Coach Brad Rinfleisch down at the third base box. See if he's got something dialed up here for his offense. McManus delivers, and we have a foul ball into the first base dugout, keeping the Spartans on their toes over there. Lovey now with a 1-2 count on him here with 1 out in the top of the 7th. Oh, we have a base hit to right center field. That's in the gap. Zills is going to score, and we have a 1-out double. A 1-out double by left fielder Carter Lovey. Time is called on the field as Coach Bill Schubert goes to the mound for another conference. High school coaches are allowed 3 conferences over a 7-inning game. And it looks like we are having a pitching change for the Suns. The runner on second base will still be the responsibility of Logan McManus, the starting pitcher for West Bend East. However, he has pitched 6 1/3 innings, allowing 4 hits, 1 run. That run is earned, only walking 2, striking out none, and hitting 1 batter with a pitch. Peyton Fountain, the designated hitter, now comes into the game to pitch for the Suns. And he's facing the catcher for the Spartans, Joey Bauman. Bauman is 0 for 2 today with a ground ball to first base and a fly to center. First 2 offerings from Fountain to Bauman are balls. 2-0 count to the Spartans catcher. Next pitch is a strike on the outside corner. It's a 3-1 count. Big swing for strike 2. Bauman, full count with 1 out. Runner on second here, and the Spartans with a 1-0 lead in the top of the 7th. Ball 4 in the dirt.
Next up is Spartan number 10, Braden Recker.
Coach Brad Rinfleisch coming down. Looks like he'll probably be putting a courtesy runner in for Joey Bauman. I believe that is Quinlan Elke that went in there as the courtesy runner.
Quinlan Elke, the courtesy runner on first base.
I was correct. Quinlan Elke in as courtesy runner at first base for the Spartans with 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Second baseman, Braden Recker at the plate with runners on first and second. Recker is the 9-hole hitter. He has reached on a walk and grounded base to the second base far in tonight's game. Looks like the rainy weather's moved out. We have some blue skies opening up above us here at Kuss Field in downtown West Bend. Pitch is inside. Count goes 2-2. And the senior strikes out for the second out of the inning.
Next up for the Spartans, number 16, Jack Genesee.
Junior Jack Genesee, the leadoff hitter for the Spartans. He is over 2 tonight. Pop up to first, a walk and a ground ball to short. Called strike on the outside corner. Strike 1 to the right fielder for West. He flipped behind the first base dugout. Now face an 0-2 count. Runners on first and second. They'll be moving with the crack of the bat. Fountain delivers and hits the batter. From an 0-2 count to bases loaded. That's the second hit by pitch tonight of the game. Mike Kleinhans took one in the second inning for the Spartans. Riley O'Connell steps in. He is 0 for 3 tonight. Excuse me. 1 for 3 tonight. He was picked off of first base his last time he was on base in the 6th inning. Ball's inside. Count goes 1-1. Fountain hits another batter. That brings in another West run. Lodi crosses the plate.
Next up for the Spartans, number 25, Camden Borowski.
Center fielder Camden Broski steps in. Camden Hoyer, the Suns catcher, goes out to have a chat with his pitcher, settle him down a little bit. Consecutive batters hit by pitch have given the Spartans a 2-0 lead here in the top of the 7th. Broski. Sorry if you lost me for a little bit there. My microphone fell off. 2-0 count to Broski. And we have a fly ball to center field. Trampy goes back on it and makes the play.
And after 6.5 complete, new score, Spartans 2.
2 runs for the Spartans in the top of the 7th. They recorded 2 hits. There were no errors, and they left 3 on base. We head to the bottom of the 7th, with the East needing to score 2 runs to stay alive. And we have a few changes going on in the last inning here of the game. Mike Kleinhans, the shortstop, comes in to pitch for West. Josh Staley in to bat for the Suns. First pitch on the outside corner to the lefty is a called strike. Kleinhans works quickly, off speed, swinging strike 2 to Staley. Kleinhans does not mess around on the mound. He gets up there, gets ready, and delivers. Next pitch is high for a ball, 1-2 count to Josh Staley. Staley fouls an inside pitch off, goes into the tennis courts behind the third base dugout. Sure, there's some other defensive switches that took place for the Spartans with Kleinhans Kleinhans coming into pitch. Not positive what they all are. Ball high, 2-2 count. Ball wide. Full count. Josh Staley at bat, pinch hitting for the Suns. Ground ball to the right side, picked up by the first baseman. O'Connell throws over to Kleinhans for the out. Nice play by the first baseman O'Connell and the throw over to Kleinhans.
Now up for the Suns, number 8, Blake Twito.
Second baseman Blake Twito steps in. He struck out looking in second and was retired on 3 ground out in the 5th inning. Kleinhans comes to the plate, wide for ball 1. Ball 2, also wide. 3 balls in a row from Kleinhans. West Bend Community Cable bringing you this first game from the renovated Kuss Field. Call strike on Twito. Twito was ready to take first base, but the plate umpire said no. 3-1 count. Swinging strike. Count goes full on Blake Twito, the second baseman for the Suns. The ball hit to right center. And right fielder Jack Genesee makes the play. Right fielder Jake Crane with 2 outs, trying to keep the West Bend West team alive here in tonight's game against, the East team alive here in their game against the West Spartans. First pitch is wide for ball 1. That pitch was also wide. Ball 2. Mike Kleinhans on the mound. Came in here in the 7th for the Spartans. Called strike. Strike 1, 2-1 count. Mike had been playing shortstop all night until the 7th. We had 5 1/3 innings from Tatum Heron, and then Quinn Zills gave 2/3 of an inning, and now Kleinhans in the 7th inning to try to tie things down and wrap them up for the West Bend West Spartans and Coach Brad Rindfleisch. 2-2 count. Ball is wide. 3-2 count. Jake Crane trying to keep things alive here for the Suns in the bottom of the 7th as they trail 2-0. Ground ball up the middle towards the shortstop. And he's retired to O'Connell to end the game. What a great game for the inaugural game here at the newly renovated Kuss Memorial Field at Regner Park. The fans certainly got their money's worth for the first game at the new field.
Drive safe, everyone. And happy trails.
Final numbers on the game. For the West Spartans, 2 runs on 4 hits. They committed no errors, and they left 7 on base. For the West Bend East Suns, no runs on 2 hits. They committed no errors, and they left 4 on base. This is Jason Pittman signing off from Kuss Memorial Field. Thanks to the WBVA and West Bend Community Cable for allowing me to call this game for you tonight. Enjoy the end of the high school baseball season and get out and see some more baseball games this summer, especially at this beautiful venue. Good night from Kuss Field.